Hey yo, divine earthlings of the universe. What is up? What is up? What is up? I do hope that you all are having a good day, a good night, whatever time it is for you. Excuse me. Peace, love, light, blessings, and namaste to you all. Today is Friday, January 17th. So happy Friday to everybody out there. Grand Rising, grand day. It is 9:38 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, hello. Before I start this message, let me go ahead and put my disclaimers out really quickly. I'm not a psychic. I'm just a messenger. I'm here to provide the purest love and light vibes from the Most High Creator and my spiritual team, guides, God, of the universe, the Most High Source, and the purest love energy possible. Therefore, we remove any dark entities, dark energies, evil eye vibes, evil eye vibers, and negativity from this space. We keep this space, in positive energy and the love, light, and glow from our Most High Creators and the archangels and our ancestors. So, this is in no way, shape, or form to impose my feelings, thoughts, beliefs into your life. I am one reader, but you may resonate with another reader. That is cool with me. Find the reader that's best for you. Always keep in mind that your intuition, your free will, your discernment are going to be key factors, regardless of this personal message or collective message that you may receive. So thank you. Welcome to everybody. If it's your first time, hello, divine earthling of the universe. It's an honor and I'm humbled to have you guys with us. If you have been rocking and subscribing for a while, I appreciate you as always. You guys can always connect with me via email if you want to send me a message or stay connected that way. Patreon is coming. I'm still working on it. So for those of you who want more in-depth interaction and more in-depth messages, more sacred energy that the Most High want me to keep more sacred, then I'll talk about that soon. 222 on a timer. So yeah, happy day to you all. The energy that I'm going to rock with today, I wrote some energy down yesterday, and it's about ancestors. 234 on the timer. It's like the ancestors took the first step. If you think about our ancestors, they had to go through something first. And I'm hearing a lot of trauma and a lot of drama. So that was around before we even came here, okay? Some of us have been born into trauma and drama from our ancestors. So with that being said, when you overlook the view of your ancestors, your bloodline, your family tree, your family history, or the family secrets, okay, let's not forget those. There's a lot of family secrets that you begin to uncover in your spiritual journey, in your walk of life, period. Even before you're spiritually awakened, you realize that, it's a lot of dark family secrets. It's a lot of dark family grudges, family hurt, family pain, family cycles, period. Also, I want to make a note that my little nephew is out there. So if I have to step aside or if y'all hear noise, I do apologize, okay, ahead of time. So this energy was like about ancestors and what they endured possibly and all the fights for our freedom, like the freedom fighters, the Black Panther movement, okay? I just love that the Black Panther movement was an actual active, the activists, the actual movements of the civil rights and all what they went through. Thank you, Spirit. Even with my Bob Marley, get up, stand up. Yeah, stand up for your rights. See, the ancestors stood up for the rights of humanity to be treated equally and fairly, right? And so I love how the Marvel movie Black Panther is Chadwick, rest his soul. He was perfect. To me, he was perfect. 4:33 on the timer. Yeah, his spirit was definitely in alignment with that role. Even if they're trying to replace him, it's going to be some hard shoes to fill, okay? 4:44 on the timer. He was a divinely protected soul. He was very pure soul in the world that we see less of. Like, we need more of those kind of souls for humanity, to help humanity heal and to instill inspiration. Because what he was in Wakanda. I think a lot of people are like, where is Wakanda? Is it on the map? 511, where is it? And see, if I recall, it's not even a real city, but if anything, I could be wrong, is it? See, look, I'm trying to guess again too. Either way, whether it's on the map or not, it's kind of like your energy. Whether you're on the map or not, you making a whole deep ass impact out here. And when I say whether you're on the map or not, meaning if you're on the map, like if people know that, ooh, this is the famous landmark on this map. And then there's also a really dope ass landmark that nobody know about, but is not on the map. Okay, that's who you are. 5:55 on this timer. You're changing the game out here in a movement. And a lot of times your ancestors, you have to kind of retrace these steps, and even like your own bloodline, you have to retrace even steps that you made in your own personal life that could have caused some self-inflicted wounds. Okay, and it's 9:44 a.m. So that could be symbolic. When I see angel numbers, for those of you who don't know, that's just how my spiritual team connects with me. It might not be like that for everybody, but you can always look up those numbers if they do resonate deeper. So I wanted to, so on the 15th, because I did write this on the 15th. Okay, but today, I wrote something yesterday. Hold on. The 16th, which was yesterday, I did do a video. I have like 4 videos that I need to currently upload. So y'all might see at least 2 a day for a minute. I try not to overwhelm people, but my videos do tend to go to an hour. So just be mindful if you're watching this at this moment. It might go to an hour. So, okay. Let me think. I had heard something about love on the 15th and like your ancestors and particularly the Black culture. Okay. The reason being is because the fires that happened in LA, if you guys want to look back, on the 8th is when I started to channel a lot of heavy energy, and y'all can watch those videos if you're interested. But it was like 8 of them. Okay, just be aware they 8 videos. But you're starting to hear people's testimonies or stories or their reactions to losing everything, and how the community has been showing up and showing out. Like, they're turning away clothes, they're turning away other items. Now they're just like, hey, these families just need gift cards. Gift cards would be very welcome at this time because we have so much clothes. They don't even know where to put the clothes. It's just, that's a beautiful thing though, of the compassion of mankind in the midst of a devastating event on our soul, correct? I say on US soul, because the soul of the earth is just the soul of the earth. Okay, let's just say this is a really devastating hit on Mother Earth's soil, another one, because Mother Earth sees every devastating hit and feels it everywhere. So to connect where we're in our particular states, okay, this is why even on our states, like you have the hurricanes that happen and people show up and show out. This one is a little different. I don't know if anybody out there feels like it might be a little different with the fires, because tsunamis and hurricanes have ripped towns apart before, even in different continents, right? This one on the US soil, let's put it that way as well. Excuse me, spiritual burp. Excuse me. This one is a massive, tremendous, like one of the most speechless events of a disaster that I can even think of. The magnitude of how many people that lost everything. 9:44 on the timer. So 9:44 might be symbolic. Let me look it up. So in the midst of these reactions yesterday, I saw 3 different videos, 3 different videos from Black families about the culture of Altadena. Altadena was one of the first Black communities that families were able to build and have generational wealth dating back to the like mid 1900s or earlier than that. So the history of Black culture, a lot of that has been wiped away from what they're saying, and how the community of people always came together, stuck together. And as a community, they want to build back together and restore the Black history of their families and of that city, period. So it's about culture. And if we think about like Black culture being taken from the African roots. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to go into detail about that though. But if we think about our culture, we're far removed from a lot of the information that we should know. It's like we have to research and find it and put the puzzle pieces together, or the language. In Africa, there are so many different languages that we probably wouldn't be aware of unless we studied up on it. Versus if you go to Spain, you know, they speak Spanish, I think. You have Japanese, you have Chinese language, you have, what is it, Indian culture. But it's like they're very rooted into their soil. Not to say that African history has not been rooted into the soil, but the African American history, the Americans born in the US kind of vibe. We got to kind of put pieces together that we're not aware of. So this particular community had all these pieces and these artifacts, and it's something special. It was like the first if we think about the Palisades and the people who lived there, people are really talking about, oh, the celebrities lived there, or high dollar people lived over there. Altadena was very similar to that for the Black culture. So it's very eye-opening. And I saw 3 different videos that I'm going to share with you guys. They're news interviews, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the timer. They all connect. So it's going to connect to this message as well. And it's going to be more about like love and strength and determination of Black families even. So, and if you're not of African descent or classify yourself as a Black person, whatever, I don't know. It's not even to categorize it and separate anyone. It's more like the history and the culture, how every history of mankind and every culture that mankind has is so beautiful when it's united together. And each culture brings a particular energy of magic that cannot be duplicated in society, and how it can uplift society at the same time, to embrace who you are, to express it, to be open-minded about other people in this world as well, in their history and their culture. It's a very uplifting thing if you look at it that way. So let's go to the first family. It was a husband and a wife, and I'm gonna let these all play. I was getting some I forgot I was getting some downloaded information at that time. So it started at 12:21 a.m. yesterday, which was the 16th. And then I saw 12:22. I saw 12:23, and then 12:33. Then I heard with 12:33, I heard 333. Then I saw 1, 2, 3, 4. I was just texting this all to me. When I saw 1, 2, 3, 4, I heard divine order is at play. And then I heard prophets versus prophets. So those who want to profit with a $sign during this divine order timing are those who are true prophets of this time in the midst of this divine timing. So there are going to be that's why discernment is very, very key, and to be very aware about it, because you got people that are classifying themselves as a prophet, like to do prophecy, but they're just wanting profit, versus those true prophets who really see things, who really are here to heal things and to express these things out loud. Because it's like a time for this to be expressed out loud. Now, for those of you who are expressing out loud, you still kind of hidden in plain sight at the same time. Okay, like I heard earlier, you on the map, but you still hidden in plain sight. You see what I'm saying? Y'all feeling me? You still on the map, and you more on the map than the people that's on the map. Think about that. You more on this map than the people that's actually on the map. All right, that could have went over somebody's head, but if you follow me, you know. So, but this is by divine design. I heard by divine design at 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I heard the Most High is coming / upset, and upset was in big like caps. So I heard like the Most High is coming, but also the Most High is upset. And so the Most High is coming in ways where true prophets are speaking, but also the false prophets who want to profit are speaking. Okay, that's when you got to hear Mother Earth and your ancestors speaking. That's why the ancestors, I have been getting their energy, even my own, like really the past, well, all the time, but more intensely the last year, the last half of last year, excuse me. So that was more intensely. So then I heard burn to the ground and crumble down. That's why the Most High was upset, trying to speak and shake up to get people to understand humanity, or understand their wrongdoings, or understand if they false prophets trying to make profit are doing, or maybe they could be real true prophets, but they don't care to really speak, or the only reason why they do it is to make profit. You know, so there's something going on with false prophets. So spirit is burning to the ground and crumbling down things. And then I heard they forget that nature is still alive. Just watch. They forget that nature is still alive. Just watch. So spirit was like, oh, they forgetting me. So they got to watch what I do. And they're depending on me to bring water, or they're depending on me. But see, the ocean was right there. And I think they're now using water from the ocean to kill the fires. But it's still the symbolic thing of it. It's like the natural rain from the sky didn't fall down in that moment, or still hasn't. And it hasn't rained in Southern California. They tell me, Tony Tone Tone, it never rains in Southern California. He wrote that song, back in the late 80s, early 90s or something. So it's like, it never rains in Southern California, but it hasn't rained, and they need that rain right now for these fires. But the fires, I think they're a little better. So let's go to these families, and then we'll get started. I'm gonna let y'all listen to it.
So residents of Altadena are mourning the loss of more than just homes and structures. The Eaton fire has wiped away decades of rich Black history and culture in Altadena, a town that became a sanctuary for Black Americans fleeing the Jim Crow era segregation in the South. Thousands of families put down roots there in the 1960s, as Altadena was one of the first areas to allow Black people to own homes. And now generations are devastated. Their beloved community turned to ashes. My next guests are among those who lost everything in Altadena. Stefan Taylor and his wife Ariane have been living in a historically Black neighborhood for many years and just lost their home. They're currently staying in a hotel in Burbank with their 3 kids as they try to figure out what to do next. Stefan and Ariane join me now. Boy, guys, you're still smiling, which is absolutely remarkable. I guess let me start there. Where the heck does that come from, Stefan?
You know, God has a plan. And so I'm just grateful that we have our family. The 5 of us, my wife's grandparents, their urn, some love letters that they wrote to one another, and a letter that our 7-year-old wrote to her grandparents. That's what we have. The rest of the memories can be replaced and our property can be restored. So I'm happy. This is an opportunity to start all over again, right where we left off.
Wow. And Ariane, just listening to your husband describe what you were able to save, including your 7-year-old's letter. How are you talking to your kids about this? Tell me the conversations you're having as a family. I mean, we're adults, right? We learn how to sort of handle things differently, but your kids are young, 14, 11, and 7.
Yeah. We've always been really big on, we tell the story, or we talk about, we don't want things, we want experiences. Life is about experiences. So we've been talking to our kids like, this is an experience. Not all experiences are going to be great, but life takes us where we're supposed to go. We're not exactly sure where that road is going to lead us, but that's where this road is going to lead us, but we're going to be together. So we're talking about that. They don't have their school right now. They lost their school as well. And so we talk to them about, they have a chance to have community together. We'll make that for them, and we're going to get through this experience together.
And Stefan, this home of yours has been in your family for generations. Just tell us about the Altadena community, the culture, the history that makes it so special, especially for your family.
Yeah, so this home we've actually only been in for a little less than a decade. We had an opportunity because of, my wife and I were fairly successful to move into a gated community. But my childhood home, which is about 2 miles from this home, is actually still standing. So we lost the new home. My childhood home is still standing. So I've been in the area for 40 years, 43 this year. And so for 40 years, I'm like driving past my mother's home, which is still standing, and then getting to our home, which is gone. All of the homes between my mom's home and my home seem like they're gone. And that's where it really, really hurts. The property we lost, again, can be replaced. The memories that we have on Figueroa and Lincoln are gone. Harriet and Fair Oaks, gone. Even the liquor stores that we probably shouldn't have been in when we were kids, those memories are gone. So, but the families are still there. The community is I don't want to say unfazed, but I've gotten more phone calls from friends from 20 and 30 years ago, and we're all asking each other, what are we going to do together to rebuild this city?
It's interesting when you talk about the history of Black families coming to this area, because it was the place to rise. It was the place to be accepted. And now, today, in 2025, you are going through a different type of struggle. But if you look at what already exists, the spirit this exists in this community, there's no other way but to look up and forward. Yes, Ariane?
This community is the strongest community. It is so diverse. It is so loving. It is so caring. It is so strong. There is no place like Altadena. We have traveled. We have moved and lived in various places. And there's nothing like home. So Altadena is not the buildings. It is the community, and that is still there. And the diversity of this community, the strength of this community, these family homes that have been here for generations and generations. It's the people. It's not the buildings. It's the people there.
Stefan, is there? Yes, go ahead.
I reiterate the fact that, the roots were in that kind of abolitionist thing. But today, if you look at Altadena, it's probably one of the most diverse cities in America. I mean, families come from various backgrounds, socioeconomic status.
So I'm not going to keep going because it's almost over though, but you guys could definitely look up that. But just the history of Altadena, and again, it was established with the Black culture, but now it's very diverse. And that's the thing, even though it was established with the Black culture, it included a diverse group of people to mix with it. You get what I'm saying? But the history of that place still was respected. Even if different diversity backgrounds came through, they still respected the Black culture in the history of that city. And that's a beautiful thing. And then they respected other people that moved into it, the city. So that was one interview. The other, and they're such a beautiful couple, and their take on it. And she said life is a series of experiences. So this is just an experience we're going through. It's not about the things that we collect along the way. It's about your experience. So let me go to this couple. It's an older couple.
And this morning, we're hearing more stories from people who lost everything in the Eaton fire. KTLA's Annie Rose Ramos, live in Altadena, speaking with a couple who's going through that pain. Annie Rose, good morning.
Hi, Jess. Good morning to you. The Eaton fire decimating thousands of homes and killing at least 16 people. And since it was created, we have seen so many videos coming up on social media of families sharing their stories of what they have lost, including one granddaughter whose video went viral, sharing her impassioned story about her grandparents.
My grandparents lost everything that they own in their home. Everything and their possessions, it's all gone, and they don't have a place to live, and they're old and shouldn't be worrying about that. They should just be worrying about like their health and just living out the rest of their days, not working. But now they don't have anything.
And I'm standing with Herman and Juanita Landry. Thank you so much for joining us this early morning. I'm so sorry about your loss. You've lost your home of 50 years. And I know that, I think yesterday you just recently went back, escorted by some firefighters to take a look. What was that like?
Terrible. Really, really. Heart broken. No, it's heartbreaking.
It was terrible. It was like being in a war zone. Nothing but ashes. See?
Oh, sorry, guys. Nothing but ashes. 50 years together.
Seems like some of the trees did not burn, but all the home was flat. Nothing but ashes, just like a war zone. The things that you see in the movie, that's the way it was.
And I know you have done so much in your community. I mean, Herman, you worked for former police officer, worked for the LAPD for decades. Juanita, you worked for the Dodgers. I know you had a lot of Dodgers memorabilia in your home that was lost. You know, what has it been like? Now we're standing outside of a hotel that you've been staying in. These hotels are full throughout Pasadena and Altadena. You know, where do you go from here?
Well, right now we're shopping for a place to stay. Some place to rent out, and we'll go from there. We don't have exactly a spot that we want to rent out at, but we're still looking.
You know, I have to ask, one of the big things this morning that folks are talking about are these lawsuits. They were filed yesterday. Herman, I know you've been to one of the meetings at one of the law firms claiming these lawsuits that Southern California Edison was to blame, that their equipment sparked the Eaton fire. Where do you stand on that?
It was a good meeting.
Yeah.
And I am looking and analyzing it and seeing what direction I'm going to go into, whether I'm going to take that in consideration or not. I don't have any facts one way or the other, whether it was Southern California Edison Company was involved in that or not, I don't know, but I'm still kicking it around.
Do you feel like things should have been done differently?
There's always a way of improving whatever the situation is. In that particular situation, I don't really know because I don't have that much experience in firefighting. Yeah.
Well, we are so glad you are safe, the both of you. We're going to pull up the information for your GoFundMe on our screen now. We know that you're just sort of picking up the pieces. Really, you got out with nothing but the clothes on your back, huh?
Yes, that's it.
Oh, well, I'm so glad you both are okay.
The sad part about it is it happens on the same day of our 62nd anniversary.
It made it even worse. Happened on our anniversary. We had plans to do something better than that, of course, you know, a little celebration.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for your loss. Thank you so much for sharing your story. We appreciate you. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Our heart goes out to them, Annie Rose.
I cried after I saw that yesterday because of the history of, first of all, their love story. Let's put it there first. Beautiful, beautiful love between them. And they were there for 50 years. I don't know if they were 50 years together or how long they actually been together, but it's just a beautiful story of their love. And when it comes to the Black culture, it's kind of like, it's always a negative take on Black love. It's always a negative take on it. Or it's something, it's very sexualized, very lustful, very non-committal, very negative, very drama feel, very toxic. It's like a lot of, oh, it won't last. It's a lot of poly. It's a lot of third parties, like cheating and infidelity. All of this. It's always a settlement kind of vibe that's put out there. Or that Black women are too loud, Black women are impatient, Black women are da-da-da. So this is like a more of a cultural video regarding my history as y'all could tell, look, African American, my Black culture, but I have a mixture of different cultures in my blood. Okay, so my family is very culturally mixed, I'll put it that way. But the history of even being a Black woman, and when it comes to relationships, it's like sometimes society does view us as problem people. Okay, or women who just care about lashes and wigs. No, no, we all do not. Okay, other cultures like lashes and wigs too. But anyway, to see it on a different spectrum though, you had the older couple just now, then we saw the younger couple and how they build together and how they have instilled in their family history and love and all the stability important into building together in a loving union. That's beautiful. So the ancestors went through a lot of traumatic things of even past, because there are a lot of older people like our grandmas, our grandpas, our aunts and uncles who haven't actually healed from family trauma, family childhood wounds. So it trickles down to the bloodline. And even how the mom was saying how she's telling her kids, this is an experience. We're going to get through this together. Sometimes experiences like what they just crumble through will push people apart and crumble some more. Like you already crumbled down your livelihood, now your family crumbling down too. So to stick together in this time is very, very important. And I love that they are doing that and trying to see a bigger picture, 3333, trying to see the bigger picture of this devastating event. So I'm going to play one more video and then we're going to get into some cards, because this is really about some Black love vibes. And then the ancestors pushing it forward and continuing healthy family cycles in the Black community, healthy family history in the Black community. So the Black community is very vital piece in this particular message because of the rooted history. So to get to the root of the Black history and the segregation that we had to experience, our ancestors had to experience, and some of them that are still living, okay, even to our today. I've been segregated. Like I've experienced the segregation vibes. I experienced racism vibes. I've been called out of my name. I've been looked down and pointed down. Like I still continue to go through this. And not just, of course, our culture, but it happens everywhere. People are looked at. So this particular story of them instilling that this is our history, this is a community of our history, but it's very, very diverse as well. and we welcome everybody, and we understand everybody, and we come together and uplift everybody. That's the beauty of humanity. So one more family, let's go here.
45 years, Altadena and his family home have meant everything to William Sims. It was the house that he and his brother were born in, where they planned neighborhood block parties, and it even became the home that he was raising his own children in. But that safe and happy place is now gone, burned to the ground, leaving William, his wife Shauna, and their family with nothing but memories. The only thing left standing is the brick from the chimney. Everything else, a total loss. Altadena residents William and Shauna Sims, along with their children, 7-year-old August and 4-year-old Ellington, all join us now. Oh, guys. Well, first of all, it is great to see you all together, and everybody still has a smile on their face. I know, I see how August and Ellington are a little shy there, but it's okay, guys. You can give us big smiles, okay? And we know that your parents are doing everything they can to care for you guys right now. William, you and your brother were born in that house. You were raising August and Ellington there. Just tell me what the hardest part of this loss is for you right now.
You know, one, I just want to express gratitude for the fact that we made it out and that we're together. This is a multi-generational home that we lived in. And so, you know, I think we mourn the loss of our physical possessions. We are saddened by the destruction of all the things, the earthly things that we have, but just the fact that we're together, we're safe, and we've received so much love and support is encouraging us and helped us focus on supporting our community. So there's so many memories that we've lost, but I think it's an opportunity to create new ones.
Amen to that. And Shauna, speaking of memories, you and William met in high school at a church camp. You knew that home since you were a teenager. What memories will always remain with you?
Oh, wow. So many. I actually was just looking at a picture of him and I on our way to his prom, and we were standing on the front lawn of the house. And, you know, both of my kids have spent good chunks of their life there. And my mother and father-in-law really built a life in the home for their family and for all of the community. And it was just so close-knit. So, you know, we're looking forward to going back to it and rebuilding that community. But it is a real sense of loss.
Okay, now, which one is August and which one is Ellington? August, wait, give me a wave. There's August, okay. And Ellington is your sister. Okay, good. I wanted to make sure I got the names right. So, August, tell me what you miss the most right now from your home.
The toys in my Nintendo.
Say, Mom.
My toys in my Nintendo.
Oh, your toys and your Nintendo. Well, you know what? I'll tell you what. You can get those toys and Nintendo back. I bet you, with all the love and all the folks surrounded around you right now, that you can work that out. William, I know your fraternity brothers have been supporting you. Both of you guys have a lot of good friends supporting you. What have they been able to do to just help you get back on your feet right now? Clearly.
Okay, so I'm going to end it with that video, but again, another third video of family and the support and the love, genuine vibes. Okay, the whole community is like, I had a genuine vibe to this community, and this genuine vibe should be like that worldwide. You can focus on one community, of course, but it's like so many different communities have been affected by this, and they're pulling together, and that right there is the unity. Community should be unity. I love that, because it is unity in community, right? If you spell it out, unity is actually in community. Again, I apologize for the background noise. So I also heard yesterday Third Eye Blind. Third Eye Blind, the band. I don't know if y'all remember them. But I was looking for something to write with because it was 3:33 p.m. and I ended up picking up this pen. Okay, this is a pen that I have, and I wrote it down, Connect Dots pen, because it says connect. I think it says Connect Dots, if y'all can see that. So this pen says Connect Dots. I'm like, what? So I said, ironically, I think I wrote some chicken scratch, but ironically used, I think it says used, ironically used this pen to write today when I heard the time of 3:33 p.m. and 3:34 p.m. I never used this pen in my journal before, and it's gold and silver. Then I saw 411, and then it broke down to 222. And then there were some numbers that were being called out at one point that I was called to just write down. So this is like connecting dots. Even with numbers connect dots. Think about like when you're doing like a maze, you write on the paper, you got to start here, and then you go to number 2, then you go to number 3, and it creates like a picture and an image. That's the same thing. Like this community has connected a lot of dots. And now the connection of these in this particular message is your ancestors connecting with you. Thank you, Spirit. As I picked up the deck, Spirit speaks. See? Purposely set aside time to connect with Spirit, ancestors, and angels to receive their wisdom and guidance. I cannot make that shit up. That wasn't even a whole deck. Oh, cards on the table. Cards on the table. Maintain honesty and openness with others to foster truth and understanding in your relationships. And shine. Shine says you can gain attention through your appearance, behavior, or exceptional performance. Oh. Restoration, excuse me. Hold on. Uh-oh. I gotta also rewind this video. And again, guys, just bear with me with the noise in the background. Okay. Restoration. See, grandma's kitchen. Look at that. Grandma's kitchen. A lot of grandma's kitchens need to be restored. I love that because a lot of these generational places and homes cooked in a kitchen had a lot of grandma's history, grandpa's history, and it could be restored. Grandma's recipes can be restored. I'm also hearing like generational wealth can be restored, and it will be restored. The kitchen is a peaceful sanctuary where everything in the world seems fine. It blocks out all troubles, dramas, and hardships. Yep, this is what those homes were. And it's in the spirit, because spirit speaks. You could have a very in-tune family that knows that spirit speaks to you as well, and you're teaching your family how to stay in tune with their spiritual team. Restoration, repairing, renovating, and restoring anything requires careful planning and diligence. So this is going to take some time, like everybody says, but everybody wants to rebuild this history and this culture. And in the sense, it's also rebuilding human connection, but also Black relationships to connect and stay strong, and that they can be healthy and that they can be loving. So even with those families, they're a Black family, they're a Black loving unit, a divine couple. So divine couples are about to start re-emerging. I'm hearing for Black families. That's what I'm hearing. Some of these divine couples are not going to be on the map. You get me? Some of them not going to be on the map. You can't find them everywhere. Though now the Black couples that's on the map, Spirit is just saying, pay attention to the hands and cards that people deal, or that they've been dealt. Some people on the map don't deal with the cards they have, and instead they rather play another hand. They don't maintain honesty or openness with each other. They don't foster truth, or they don't understand their relationships. Some of these connections, like I said earlier, and not just the Black culture, no. But as in a general aspect, relationships seem that way. I want to hook up and hook up, and that's it. I don't really want to hook up to know you. I don't really want to hook up to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you on the phone. I just want to text you. We gonna hook up. I don't want to build with you, but dealing with me, you might have to rebuild yourself after the fact. Like, what? People say, I don't want to build with you, but after you build me up, you're gonna have to rebuild yourself. That's crazy. That people don't want to build with you, but they want you to build them up. And then after that, you have to rebuild yourself. Because they, in a sense, crumbled your structure, crumbled your foundation, crumbled your self-esteem, crumbled something. They also made you look at the table, what was presented. They made you look at the cards that you had dealt with. And then you had to deal with that crumbling to rebuild yourself, correct? So in the symbolic energy of what happened in the world to these families and their homes and the generations, they are still rebuilding grandma's kitchen. And that's just showing up because these two cards fell on the ground. Yeah, they did. Thank you, Spirit. They both fell on the ground together. It falls down. Didn't I hear that? I heard that. Let me see. I texted to myself. Yeah, burn to the ground and crumble down. They forget that nature is still alive. Just watch. So even though things fell to the ground and crumbled down, their natural love and the way that they connect with their spirit and the love of their family and the love of community or the love of the Most High is helping them restore their faith in themselves in order to then help humanity restore faith and the whole world to be open-minded. And then I'm also getting like, these could be people that you sit at the table with. Stuff could have crumbled down with people at a table with you, or that you consider set at your table, or that you talk to, but you started to see the hands that people play, and you went to shine on your own way. Okay, some people gave some hands that were, look, this one I always see her because she ain't really at the table. Somebody that's not at the table, or someone that was at your table, but technically was only at your table to see the hands that everybody got or what you had going on. They can see that you shining. Everybody at this table, regardless if they still rock with you or not, they see that you shining on. They see that you about your own, in your own lane. No crumble, no fall down. And I'm also getting, like, you see this man? It's a lot of dudes behind her. What? Hold up. Is it only guys? It's only guys behind her. Ooh. There are only dudes behind her. I'm telling you, Black love, you're going to have some suitors. Some real ones. You can gain attention through your appearance, behavior, or exceptional performance. And see, some people been on the map because they got a performance. They've been performing out here to be on the map. But see, you ain't out here performing and you still the biggest thing shining on the map. Okay? Just saying. And it don't matter. Silver and gold, you connecting dots with your gold energy. I'm hearing you're the silver lining. Ooh. You are the silver lining. And that's why your spirit's so golden. Damn, that's deep. Yep, you could possibly have twins. Are you coming into balance, into unison with self? Or then I'm also getting, you're going to meet someone who's really in sync with you. If you haven't already. Twins are often considered a symbol of love and affection and are believed to possess supernatural blessings. You definitely are birthing double time. Your supernatural abilities and blessings are coming to you, a supernatural quality out here. You about to meet another supernatural human being. So when, like, these connections, they like supernatural in this day and age. That community sound like it's supernatural in this day and age. But yo, it's about to start from scratch. They had to fall down and start from scratch. Even in your own relationships, whether it's romantic or not, or a group of people at your table, maybe they had to fall down and you had to come back to scratch. I'm hearing scratch off. You about to do some scratch offs too? And hey, you never know. If you don't do scratch offs, maybe you might want to just, I don't know, every other weekend, go get some scratch offs. Who knows? You never know. I love watching My Lottery Dream Home. When I win, oh, I'm calling David. Yo, we about to, let's go. Okay. I saw 50-11 on the timer and I ain't playing. All right. But anyway, even if you have relationships that crumble, you had to start from scratch. You had to go sit with yourself and really look how much thought she's putting into rolling this dough. And look, I'm hearing rolling the dough like they call money dough. You rolling up your dough. You starting from scratch and you making that dough flow. Okay, that dough was about to flow and flourish. Making something from nothing. Create without any ingredients or materials prepared ahead of time. Dang, it says create without any ingredients or materials. You don't even got to create, because you know why? Because Spirit speak to you. Spirit already told you the ingredients and how to create and what to do. You don't need no tools. Again, false prophets and prophets. People trying to make profit by saying Spirit speak to them. Oh, Spirit ain't playing. Is this the message that we did earlier? Yep, because that's what I heard. Prophets versus prophet. See, Spirit said people saying Spirit speaks to them, and they could be lucky, right? And it could be readers with these cards on the table. And that's why they shining, because they know how to make that dough. And some people are false twin. I'm hearing false twins. Ooh, with this twin energy. False twin, false person who vibe you. Like, you know, I don't do labels on this channel. So, you know, you got twin flames or whatever, soulmate, however you identify someone. But you could have had a false label, twin flame, or you could have had a false connection in your life that y'all mirrored each other, that y'all are really close, like twins. And it could have fell down due to somebody wanting just to do scratch offs and get that dough. But they also could have had Spirit speak to them. And maybe now they just focus on the dough than focusing on what Spirit got to say. And it could become a false prophet, or they could have false prophets around them. Be mindful of the false prophets, okay? Either way, you are definitely listening to your spiritual team on how to build and grow. And you stay in your own lane. And you ain't even trying to be on the map, but you still shining bright as day and night, all day, every day. So from scratch, you got stuff coming for you, boo. Is that going to be it, Spirit? I think I might end this reading. That's pretty much what I had to say, because love energy is coming through. I'm telling you, it's only dudes behind this card. If you're a male, you got just females. It's like I'm hearing pick up the litter. What? You don't got time for cat games, cat fishing. That's crazy because it says fishing. Spiritual bird. Yep. You don't got time for no cat fishing. Learn fishing for a lifelong enjoyment and value. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. You don't learn some valuable lessons about being catfished, whether it be by people, opportunities. Like, you done been catfished way too long, and you not about to allow it to. You done connected the dots about these catfish too, or these people that just wanted to see your hand and what you had and pry in on how you create things from scratch. See, people like how they created from scratch. I think they were just bared down with nothing. It's kind of like these families. How they gonna rebuild? They don't got nothing but crumbles of rubbles. But like that lady said, it ain't about the material things, boo-boo. That's where people tend to forget. It's about our experience. Yeah, it hurts to lose your shit. I get it. I would be devastated and like, oh my God. Thinking about every little item, like, oh my God, that, oh my God, that, oh my God, that. And then I have to sit with myself and be like, but you know what? At one day in time, I'm going to be gone. I'm not going to have no attachment to it anyway. But while I'm here, what is the vital important things? If I had to pack a little bag, what would I put in there? So that's kind of where my mindset kind of had to shift. And I think this particular fires where they happen and the people they affected, in the communities that have been affected, it's also reminding humans and humanity how to treat people, how to live bare minimal, how to appreciate that instead of wanting to be on the map, how to lay low instead of trying to outshine people all the time. Because I'm also hearing this, that somebody wanted to outshine you at this table. Somebody wanted to outshine you that sat at a table, or someone don't like your shine, so they rather outshine you or mimic you. And some people are just very mysterious of your shine. They think you're very mysterious now, but you have a particular glow and shine about you. Some people don't like the mysteriousness that you carry, how of a mystery that you are. Hey, but you out here, that's why somebody, look, oh my gosh, y'all. Somebody in his teams just put up, Grand Rising, what you doing? And this little otter is creeping around, coming up. It's a little real. Y'all probably could find it. It said, what you doing? Somebody trying to figure out what you doing and creep and pry the fuck in. And it's 10:33. I cannot make that shit up. It's 10:33. Let me take a picture so y'all can see what I'm talking about. I'm going to take a picture of this. Somebody just put this in a group chat. What you doing? Oh my gosh, y'all. Even as I look, 10:33 is on here. And then she said, anyone have fun plans for the weekend? Hubby and I are gonna try. I don't know what else she was saying. Oh my, y'all. I cannot. Y'all just saw this fishing card. Look at this. It says hubby and I are gonna try fishing for trout. I cannot make this shit up. See, fishing for trout. What? And we just talk about no more catfishing. And see, your husband or your wife, they can sniff out the catfishes too. Y'all sniff out these people together. And see, the other thing is spirit protects you and your hubby from these catfishes. You about to build some wealth with somebody from scratch. Whether it's being wealthy on your own terms and for a moment, and then you meet someone, but either way, you're gonna have a partner that's wealthy with you. And even if it's also people that you connect at a table, you don't know what they all bring to the table. These questionable tables, they're gonna have a question mark about who you are now. I'm gonna leave it there though, Divine Collective. I hope it resonated. Send love and light to these people that have been affected, even in every day. Send love and light, period, to the world, to yourselves, to your family. We are all connected, and every culture on this planet is a definite key point of the spiritual healing. So, yeah, enjoy your Friday. And I might come back with another message, but again, this is like probably the 5th video I need to upload, so I'm probably just gonna start uploading those. If you see a fluctuation of it, that's why. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Do not force the fit of this message if it did not fit. But I hope you have a good day, a good night, whatever time it is for you. Peace, love, light. Namaste.